Hi friends, it's Holly Jones from Mrs. Jones Stitches. Welcome to Flosstube number 38. Today is Monday, November the 4th, 2024, and I'm so happy you're joining me today. If you're new to my channel, this is a channel about cross stitch patterns, fabric, thread, what I'm working on, what I've been buying, plans I have, all things cross stitch. So welcome. Let's see. I filmed a video last week on Monday, and since then we have had some like wacky weather. On Saturday we had tornadoes overnight. I live in central Oklahoma, and that was pretty scary. My husband was on duty at the fire department, and he called and woke me up about 1 a.m. and said that tornadoes were in the area. So I got up and I turned on the news and started watching. Luckily, we didn't have any damage at my house or anything like that. We were very safe. We do have a shelter here, and but about 12 miles east of us, a lot of people lost their homes. So we were really fortunate. If you're new to my channel, last year in April, my mother-in-law and my brother-in-law and his family lost their homes in a tornado. So yeah, but you know, the good news is we're prepared. We have shelter. Our shelter is prepared with, you know, batteries and flashlights and all the, you know, bottled water and all the things we need. But it doesn't make it any less scary, especially when it's like right in the middle of the night and you're already, you know, getting woken up and you're a little bit disoriented anyway. So anyway, we were really fortunate about that. And then this morning, it thunderstormed overnight. And then this morning about 6:30, the sirens went off again, and my husband was on his way to work and called me and told me to turn on the news. And so that time I did get my son awake. He's 5, and so we went and spent a little bit of time in the shelter this morning. But it's kind of just been rainy and yucky here for the past few days, and they went ahead and canceled school today because there's supposed to be more severe weather this afternoon. But the good news is it's supposed to clear up this I think late afternoon, so it'll be clear before I go to work. So hopefully that makes me feel a lot better, that hopefully I won't be working in it when there's severe storms tonight. So what else? Oh, I have a funny story. So I came home from work Sunday morning, not last night, but like the previous Sunday morning. And I got home from work about 6 in the morning. I'm a paramedic, and anyway, so I was trying to be really quiet because my husband was asleep in bed, and I creeped into our bathroom, and usually I get undressed in our closet and then I put my nightgown on or whatever, and then I lay down and go to sleep. And I walked through the bathroom and I ran into something that wasn't supposed to be there, because I've got my, you know, my path with, you know, I know exactly like where the door is and everything in the dark. And I ran into something, and so of course, like, I made a huge ruckus and woke up my husband. And I hear him say, "Turn on the light." So I did. And it's like Sunday night, my husband got like a wild hair and thought, I'm going to redo the bathroom. So he had painted the walls. It was kind of like a seafoam blue color, and he painted them like a dark navy. And it kind of caught me off guard because I was not expecting that at all. But he had taken down the mirrors and put up new mirrors that had this really beautiful frame around them. New light fixtures, everything. It looks so good. And I am a total control freak, and so I know that if he would have called me and said, "Hey, I'm painting the bathroom," and I picked out a color, I probably would have been like, "Oh, like, why don't you wait for me to, you know, sign off on it or whatever." And he didn't, and he just went for it. And luckily I love it. It's so pretty. But anyway, yeah, so that kind of sparked a whole let's start making improvements around the house. So what else did we do? We went to the furniture store and we got a whole new bedroom set. We have a new dresser, a new bed, a new mattress, and new nightstands. So those got delivered yesterday. And then our house that we live in has like a formal living room up front, and then kind of in the back off the kitchen we have another living room, but we just kind of call it the family room. And we ended up taking the furniture in both the rooms and like flip-flopping them. So we have our sectional and stuff now in the front formal living room, and we have a new dresser kind of piece that goes under the TV in that front living room. It was the dresser from our bedroom, but he had painted it and it looks really nice. So we have that in there now. And then our couch, love seat, and recliner are kind of in the family room. And yeah, so it kind of spurred a whole bunch of home improvement projects, and I'm not sad about it because there's a lot of things that I've wanted to do. So while he's like gung-ho and on board with it, I'm like, hey, you know what we should do? We should do this. And he's like, okay, let's do it. So so that's been kind of fun. Yeah. So what else? I have a couple new whips this week. Well, let me start with my finish. I do have a finish. So I finished All Is Calm by Plum Street Samplers, and this is part of the Chantel 141 ornament box this year. And one of the things that she did this year is it's not just ornaments. So in the box, in addition to the ornaments, there are 5 exclusive patterns from different designers, and I'll show you that box here in just a little bit. But this was the one I started first. I just love that little donkey. It is so cute. I really hope Paulette does more with the donkey because this just was so sweet. This fabric is called Marvelous. It is by Fortnite Fabrics. And I actually picked it up in a cross-stitch shop that I visited this summer in Pensacola, Florida. And I love it. I thought it was really perfect. It was the perfect color for this. It actually is looking more blue here, and in real life it's just a little bit more kind of aqua. But either way, you still get the point. But it's so pretty. This is actually about a 5x6 size. So it's technically ornament size, but I think I'm going to finish mine into a pillow for a tiered tray or dough bowl. And then I'm going to use the ornament for something else. Anyway, love that. Let me show you my whips here. I have a couple that I've been working on. I haven't made any new progress, but this is Holly Manor from Blackbird Designs. It is a piece out of the Peppermint and Holly book that I've been working on with my friend Holly Neal from Hobbies of Holly. So we could not decide what to put on the words for our piece. I did have somebody reach out with a really great phrase, and so I think I've decided what I'm gonna put on mine in addition to my initials, but I need to chart it out, but it's gonna be so pretty. So I still need to finish filling in the house. I do have this holly on this side finished and a little bit of the border started, so I need to finish or start stitching the holly over here and then finish the border and then make my and then chart out the words that I want it to say. But I am really excited for this one. I need to actually spend some time working on it. All right, then in this cute bag that my mom made me is Winter Moon by Plum Street Samplers, and this is where I'm at. This is stitched on 32 count Dove by Color and Cotton, and this is what I work what I'm on so far. This was an exclusive from Country Sampler, and my friend Hannah, the Stitch Fairy, she and I are working on this together. And I picked my own colors. I'm doing all Color and Cotton just because I have so much of it, and I think it will look really nice in my house. So I'm working on that. And then my other whip, this is one that I started this last week, and I guess this is part of haul too, but I got Peace and Goodwill from With Thy Needle and Thread. Let me just take out the front part of this. There we go. I think this is so pretty. I love this so much. So I picked my own colors and started stitching, and I'll be honest, I stitched a little bit on it, and then I was really regretting some of my color choices. And that's one reason why whenever I make Instagram posts with color palettes and fabric, or when I show my progress pics, a lot of times I don't share my thread conversions immediately, because I want to make sure that at some point I've used every every color that I've pulled on the piece and that I like how it looks before I share my thread conversions, because the last thing I want anybody to do is to order thread based on stuff that I've pulled and then me change my colors or decide to go in a different direction, and then at that point people purchase the thread, and I don't ever want to waste anybody's money or have anybody feel like I wasted their money. So usually I wait till my piece is at least halfway done before I share my color conversions, just so I know that I'm happy with how it's looking and that I'm not going to make any changes that somebody else might not like, I guess. So here is my progress. Let me put something behind this so you can kind of see through it. There we go. So again, using Color and Cotton. And this fabric is 32 count. It is called Pine Cone. And I got it when I was in the store, so I don't know if it's still available or not. I got it in the store like over a year ago, but I just really love this fabric. Like I said, I had it for a really long time and I've kind of been saving it, but it's very similar to vintage country mocha. So if you have that color in your stash, I think the colors will still look really good on it. And I haven't put away any of the flosses. I've just been adding to them as I come out. But like in this stack here, I have 4 different greens, but I'm not using all 4 greens in this, but it's kind of like as I've looked at something, I'm like, oh, I'm going to try this green. And then I, stitch 3 stitches and I'm like, it has a little bit of a blue undertone, or it's not, it's just not looking right. So that's kind of how I do my stitching, is I pull colors that I think will look really good. And then it's like, as I stitch, I'm like, well, that one's not living up to my expectations. So, but I don't ever put them back until I'm 100% sure that I'm not going to use it. So I have more colors here than what I really need, but until I've 100% settled, then I keep them all together. Okay, so those are my whips. I can talk about haul real quick. This isn't really going to be a very long video. I did have several people ask me in my previous video if I would give a tour of this dresser behind me. And so I will put a tour of this in at the very end of my video. And what I'll do is I'll talk about all the pieces here that I have. I'll talk about this piece here behind me, and then I'll let you see in 2 of the drawers. Since it is a new piece in my house and in my craft room, I haven't really put a whole lot in there yet. I have some, I keep my linen in there now, and I have some lady dot trim. But other than that, I don't really have anything else in the drawers. So as I continue to get organized in my room, then I'll add more to it. But I'm happy to show you that, and I'll add that in at the end of the video. Let me show you a little bit of haul I have. Where did it go? Oh, okay. So I placed an order from Color and Cotton this past week, and I should have been more responsible. So I'm really bad about being impulsive and just going like, oh, I need, I'm almost out of this color. And I ordered, and then I think I had like 7 or 8 things in one order. And then it was like the following day or maybe 2 days later, I needed something else, and I placed another order, and I actually just got shipping notification on a 3rd order. So if I would have been smart about it, I would have taken my time and placed one big order. That way I didn't have to pay for shipping 3 separate times. But I was impulsive and I didn't. So anyway, so I ordered some more thread, and I got Magnus Violet, which is a really pretty fuchsia. I got an extra watermelon, and it's a really nice variegated kind of pink. I got Magnolia, which is it's a little bit darker than Magnus Violet. What else did I get? I got a really pretty tan called Sandcastle. Mauve, which is kind of a dark tanny purple. Tanny purple pink. I had never seen this color, and I checked my stash and I don't have it, so I don't know where it would have come from, but this is Fantasia, and it's got light blue, dark blue, aqua, and purple. I really think these would be really pretty on those monochromatic pieces from Luminous Fiber Arts with the birds. So I would like to use maybe stitch one in this watermelon colorway and then one in this Fantasia colorway. I got another skein of Featherweight, which is a really nice, really dark black. And I got Candy Apple, which is a really nice dark red. It's looking more bright red right here, but it's in actuality, it's kind of a dark red. One of my favorite reds from Coloring Cotton, I have two, Carmine, and the other one was called Bing Cherry. And Bing Cherry was like my go-to red for a really long time. And I hadn't seen it on the website in a long time, so I don't know if it was still there or if it's not. And then Carmine, I feel like the dye lot, the color has changed. It used to be kind of like a medium to dark red, and my last couple purchases of it, it's been a brighter red. So I really love this Candy Apple color because it is very reminiscent of the original Bing Cherry. And I got an extra garnet because I just, especially with Christmas coming up, I really want to have a good collection of reds. I ordered an extra Yale. This is a navy blue color that was part of the club this last month, and I just really love that navy blue. And then I ordered an extra turmeric, which is a really nice kind of gold. So that'll be good for Christmas stitching. All right, and then in my Coloring Cotton order too, I did order the Piece in Goodwill from With Thy Needle and Thread. And then the other one I ordered, I'll just take out the front sheet so there's no glare. The other one I ordered was Let It Snow. And this one's so fun. I love the little cloche it's in and the little pedestal. And then down here, it says Let It Snow. So what I think I'm going to do with mine is I'm going to stitch it like this, and then you can't really tell because it's very difficult to see, but around here on the border are snowflakes, and the snowflakes are stitched in thread that matches the linen, so it's very subtle. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch some of the snowflakes, but then I also have a whole lot of vintage buttons, and so I'm going to use some of the vintage kind of pearl buttons and stitch some of those on around here. And I have to show you my buttons I got. I don't remember if I showed it in my last video or not. I don't think I did. But I went to an estate sale and I bought this kind of cabinet, and it was maybe 12 inches tall by like 24 inches wide, and it had a whole bunch of drawers, like 30 little drawers. And the drawers were really small, maybe about 2 by 2. And the drawers were filled, absolutely filled with buttons, and they were all sorted. It was so pretty. And anyway, so what I did was I went through and I pulled the buttons that I was going to keep and sorted those and put those away. So I'll show you those in a second. And then I have this big bag of buttons that I'm just going to sell. I don't need this many buttons. There's a lot of buttons here. So what I think I might do is I might put them in little grab bags and then list them on my D-Stash site, which is Shop My Stitchy Stash on Instagram. I didn't do anything like Mrs. Jones Stitches D-Stash or anything like that. It is just called Shop My Stitchy Stash. So if you aren't following me, make sure you follow me over there and you can shop the things I'm selling. And I'll probably be listing some of those buttons really soon. But let me show you the ones I'm keeping. Okay, and this, and then 1 second. Normally I would just turn the camera off and then just cut it out, but it's fine. So the whites and the clear ones I put in this really big kind of urn jar. And so this sits on my desk, and it is all sorts of really pretty kind of creamy white and some clear buttons. And a lot of these are the old like mother of pearl, like, I don't know if you can see that real well. That is a genuine pearl button. And I don't know if it's made of like shell or what, but it is It is gorgeous. And I have several of these in here. But they're so fun and they're so pretty. So I don't know if you can see any of those, but anyway. So in addition to it using them for my piece, it's just a really pretty setup. I need to kind of dust this off. The top lid is a little dusty, but that's okay. And then the others, I ended up putting in these kind of large bags, and just kind of, I have them kind of stored right now in this kind of basket, and they're all sorted by color. So if I need a button, then I can just pull it out. So I've got whites and creams, and then I have a whole bunch of different greens. And then these are all purples. And these are kind of oranges and peaches. And I have yellows and some bigger white ones. Lots of reds. And then blacks and grays. And then this is kind of like my mishmash. A lot of these are multicolored buttons, excuse me, or buttons that I just had a few of. So anyway, I love buttons. I think they're just so fun and so versatile, and you can do so many things with them. So anyway, I will be using those in a lot of fun projects, I feel like. What else was I going to talk about? Oh yes, in my last video, I did a giveaway for some Color and Cotton floss packs, and I chose 2 winners, and the winners are Pamela Bate 4731 and the Elated Stitcher, E-L-A-Y-T-E-D Stitcher. So if you are one of those winners, please send me a message on Instagram. I am at Mrs. Jones Stitches, and send me your address and let me know that you won, and I will get those popped into the mail for you. Congratulations. And this week, what I will do is I would like to give away some buttons. So I will give away 3 button packs of the vintage buttons. And what I would like for you to do is I would like for you to tell me, tell me what your favorite side dish to make for the holidays is. I feel like I'm always looking for new recipes. I actually have to work this year on Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving. So my family, we are going to do our dinner on Tuesday, the week of Thanksgiving. So we'll do our dinner and everything. And we usually do the, you know, the traditional things: turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, green bean casserole, which is my favorite, rolls. My mom makes sweet potatoes and stuffing because I don't really like either one of those very much, but she always makes those for me. Since if I don't eat it, I really don't know how to make it. I don't invest the time to know how to make it. So she always brings those because everybody else in my family likes them. But anyway, let me know what your favorite holiday side dish is, whether it's macaroni and cheese or hash brown casserole, or if you have something else, maybe I might want to make it. So drop me your favorite Thanksgiving and holiday side dish below, and I will choose 3 winners to win some vintage buttons. So I'll pop in my dresser tour right here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Happy stitching. Okay, I wanted to give a quick little tour of my dresser that I have back here. Several people in my last Flosstube asked for a video and to see what I have back here, so I'll kind of start. I hosted a Blackbird Design Smiles Exchange this past year, probably in the spring, and this was the piece I received. It's from Stephanie Racine, the New England Stitcher, and she made me this beautiful drum with my initials on it and these cute patriotic pins, and she did such a great job. This piece is just immaculate. Back here, we have this piece from Plum Street Samplers. It's called American Welcome. I stitched mine on a piece of Color and Cotton linen, 32 count, and I used all Color and Cotton flosses. I did my own conversion. I used some of the Color and Cotton that was called for, And then I use some of my my own. And I get my pieces framed at Hobby Lobby and by a lady named Dawn, and she does a great job. Over here I just have I have a green, is this a mason jar? Yeah, it's a green ball mason jar with some old vintage spools in it. I have a little Mary Englebright sewing tin. There's nothing in there right now, but it says some different stitches. And it has a little girl sewing. And then up here is a little scissor chicken. It holds these scissors, and my mom made this for me for Christmas last year. And my friend Becky, she is on Instagram as Crafty Mimi of 6. She made me this sweet little pin cushion when we went to the Annabella's weekend in Waco retreat this past summer. And then in this tiered tray right here, I have just kind of a bunch of random smalls that I stitched. Most of these are Blackbird. I have this, and then this one with the summer irises with my initial on it. This is a shepherd's bush little scissor fob with some cute little decorative pins. This is from out of print Blackbird book. It's called Naughty or Nice. This is a hands-on design freebie with You I Am Home. And then back here, I have another hands-on design, little Christmas piece from the Jingle Ball last year. And then up here, this is a Blackbird piece. It's actually stitched, the original is stitched in like pinks and reds. And I put my initials and my husband's initials. And then we got married in 2016. This is another Blackbird scissor fob, Sweet Land of Liberty on the back. And then this is from Heart and Hand. It says It Was Always You and has me and my husband's initials on it. My plan for this was to kind of just have some little like love pieces that I, you know, have our initials on. I would like for at some point to have those in our bedroom. This is from Little House Needleworks. I want to say it's called Frosty Flakes, maybe. But I did my own color conversion on this. And then up here, I have this piece from Shepherd's Bush, land that I love. And it's got some Bonnie, I think this is Bonnie and Camille fabric on the back. And then up here, I have, this is the Christmas quilt from Primrose Cottage. I did it in a patriotic colorway, and I did not stitch the full thing. This is a smaller condensed version of it. And then up top, this is a freebie from Plum Street, and it was found on their blog. And I changed the dates down here. I put 1776. This one is called Happy Birthday, Mr. President. And I believe the actual year on here that's charted is George Washington's birthday. But I changed it to our nation's birthday. Then I just did like a ticking pinstripe on the back with some cute rickrack on top. And then up here on the wall is The Maker and the Mender by With Thy Needle and Thread. And I did my own color conversion. I did stick to most of similar colors, although like I said, I did do a color and cotton conversion. But the most notable difference you'll notice is I did the words in a blue, and it's initially charted in kind of like a tan. So I thought blue would look better in my room. So here's my piece, and I'm really happy with how this looks. I don't have a whole lot of stuff in the drawers, but I'll show you just a little bit of what I do have. This drawer has all of my trims. Most of these are Lady Dot, and then stuff from the Heartland Quilting and Stitching Lady Dot Trim Club. So I've got all sorts of stuff in here. They're not really organized in any particular way, but it's just kind of tossed in. And then my next drawer down is all my linen. So I have it kind of organized by, these are more of my colorful linens over here. Lots of bright, fun colors. And then over here we have more neutrals, and the drawer is pretty deep, so it's pretty full of linen. So that's all I have in here for right now. But as I add things, then I can do a more in-depth tour. So thank you so much for all your positive feedback on this. Like I said, I really love this piece, and I think it's such a great addition to my craft room.